Well, look like we're gonna do part 2 of the Dogwood pencil cup holder. Look right here. This is the date. So it's been there 2 years. I'd say it's dried out for now. Well, anyway. Yeah, so I'm afraid of that. It's cracked pretty good. We'll have to dig all that out. Or I'd have to pour some resin to make ever get that. I'd hate to turn that. See, look right there. So, okay, let's get it ready to pour resin.
Good evening. What are we doing here?
We're gonna put, this is that Dogwood pencil cup, and it's cracked. It had dried out. I was afraid it would, but I'm just afraid to turn that on the lathe. I'm afraid to come off pieces. But so first of all, we're going to use some epoxy penetrating. And what this is, the wood, it's got air, so when you pour it, what it'll do, it'll release it, be air bubbles. So we take the penetrating, and we just put a coat on it, and it'll seal it up to where your resin won't have air bubbles in it. Because you can vacuum it and do everything you need to do, and then air would escape the wood and cause air bubbles. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and, this mixes up 2 to 1. That's the hardener, and this is the resin, part 8. All right, it's 2 parts to 1 part. So now I'm just going to go to 1 and then 3 bit of total. And it's a 20-minute work time.
Did you?
Once it goes together, then it starts to clock. We got 20 minutes. It shouldn't be a problem here, but I'm gonna set it anyway. Yeah. We have 20 minutes there. Make sure we get the sides. Make sure that's scraped good. The bottom. Make sure nothing gets stuck to it, and then the bottom. What I'm gonna do, take this brush.
And this is a little different than when we pour resin.
Right, we're just trying to seal the woods, what we're doing here. We're trying, then once we pour the resin, it is to fill this gap here and fix it where we can turn it on the lathe.
How about we finish this one? Then you take the pictures and I do the resin.
All right.
We gotta put some in the. We gotta put some, pour resin where this is penetrating. What would happen if you didn't put the penetrating resin to it?
The air bubbles, the wood lets off air, and it would, you'll wind up having air bubbles.
Didn't we mess up?
Here we're just doing it for the pure strength. We're going to fill this up in all these places where we can turn it on the lathe and make a pencil cup.
Haven't you put something like this on the lathe and put this penetrating on the lathe while you turned it? You got that other one. Don't forget. I thought we did something like this on another project we did. Don't forget your other one.
I don't know.
Yeah, you put a pan down because it was.
No, we did. It wasn't penetrating. It was one of them bowls. Once you turn it, what you have is the wood exposed. All right. You need to seal the wood off. This stuff kind of stinks, don't it?
I don't know. Is that the same? That's something you did on a previous one, wasn't it? But it's out of the same type of wood.
No, that was a scrap, resin scrap wood bowl.
But what you're doing now? What is that?
This is just coating it, penetrating.
But I mean, it's the same wood as the first one you did.
First one.
The one right there.
Oh, yeah, it's same limb.
So you were trying to make a pencil cut there, and you did pretty good. You got it round anyway.
Yeah, I went a little further with it. Okay, I think that's going to be fine. I'm just going to set it right here. We got another one.
We have to wait 2 days before we can do anything with it. Can you wait 2 days, Papa?
I don't know, I think so. Okay, I've got it all coated like I want. We're going to wait 2 days, and then what I wind up doing is taping it up, put some packing tape around it, and then we'll just fill that crack. You got one there and right there. We'll fill it up and let it set up. It's a pretty good little crack right there. What we'll do, we'll get them full and they set up. Then you turn them on the lathe and everything will be all right.
Then we decide what color we're gonna do.
Yeah, so like that'll be a darker or
Well, couldn't you put a blue?
anything you want.
Let's try blue. I like blue. Now, what are you doing there?
This is something I had left. We just add it to our collection.
So, have we ever turned anything that we used to extra on, or we just let it pile up?
It just piled up. One of these days we'll.
See, if you can tell, inside there is a pine cone, and then around it is my attempt at drawing flowers. And we say attempt.
Not flowers, it's
Tell them how bad the attempt is. My drawing flowers.
Well, you just gotta keep working it to get it figured out.
Oh, I did get. There goes my finger. That's the worst thing is I gotta learn my finger. I did do this one. See, that one I could do pretty good.
Turned out pretty good.
And look, I got this one. We still gotta add more.
Another one we did.
Yeah, I just put
We
it.
poured all kinds of stuff we hear out of it.
Oh yeah.
I think this one turned out good.
Yeah.
That one did pretty good.
Yeah, that pine cone. Yeah.
Look here. We made this one worth a penny. Okay, I think the penetrating is, we got it like we want it. So now it's time to pour and fill this crack up. I'm afraid this crack, it will just come all pieces once we get turning. So I have to get this stable and get it, and the resin is the way to do this. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna tape this up to hold that resin around through here, and we're gonna pour the resin down this crack and just fill that whole thing up. And I'd say we'll be fine. So first thing we need to do is and we'll probably put it in that bowl there in case something gives away. This thing will make a mess.
Feel like you're wrapping a Christmas present?
Well, no.
A package.
Yeah.
Package you don't want nobody to get into.
Yeah, we're gonna mail it off.
Mail it off, and they better have them a good sharp pair of scissors when they get ready to open it, right?
Yeah. That stuff, once you get it on it, I come above it here, see where I come above it, that
Yeah.
way. I think that'll hold. Like I said, we'll put it in this bucket right here. That way, if it just goes south, we'll. Okay, we're gonna go with amazing deep pour epoxy.
Our go-to.
This is oh yeah. Ratio mix is 2 to 1. 2 to 1. Right?
Right.
Okay. So we're gonna go up to 3 ounces, which would probably be plenty, but that'd be 1 and that 2. This, you know, paper towels do.
You say strings.
Yeah.
So, Paul.
So we're gonna go ahead and, what is that? Mica powder, premium chocolate brown.
A little closer, please. I still. I love mica powders. We bought that thing. It got, I don't know how many colors. 30? Oh, well. I guess she can't get out.
She get out?
She got out.
Is it?
Yep. I'm going to open the door and let her outside. I'm going to shut the door. Okay, all right. Now, what are we going to put this in?
The vacuum chamber.
Vacuum chamber.
Suck all the air.
I'm going to...
Look down.
That's pretty.
Pretty color, isn't it?
It's pretty, yeah. Oops, look at all them bubbles. It's not ready to bubble over, but it sure is bubbling.
Yeah, this is going all the way down. You see it right there. Point where if this thing could bust out, it's going to do it.
And we don't want a mess.
No, come on. Hopefully it don't, but you see anything, probably can't.
No.
You see anything if I put it right there?
I mean, try.
I ain't going to be able to see anything.
I can see it going down in there a little bit. So we need to pour this up. Just don't need to let it get very old.
All right, we got our Dogwood pencil cup all poured. It's time to turn it out. So let's see what we can do with this thing.
So what are you doing now?
I'm gonna take a drill, a Forstner bit, and drill the center out of this thing. So let's see where we at. Three and 5/8. Yeah, we better quit right there.
Now let's see. That's very pretty. Very pretty.
All right, now I'm gonna put some rings on it. I'm gonna burn some rings. I gotta get me a little groove here where my cable stays still.
I see the smokes.
Yeah.
So, burning. I see where the burn comes from.
So, what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna take me some 600 grit and it'll sharpen them edges up a little bit. And there you go. Now we'll rivets and finish and we can call it done. Well, we'll finish this right here and inside, and then what we'll turn it around and chuck it up right over here, then turn that tenon off and finish the bottom out then.
Okay.
You know, we're saying something.
Are we saying words of value?
Value.
Value.
So you're saying I'm not speaking value now?
Well, you speak more value than I speak, because I speak silly things. You know, silly talk. Now, so what are you putting on there?
This is Triple E Ultra Finish. Oh.
It's a... Oh, okay. Ultra Finish. Is this that high friction stuff you was talking about?
Well,
looks like shoe polish.
Again.
Ooh, it smells like an old-timey shoe polish.
Well, it's kind of, in a way, what we're doing. Kind of acts like a sand sealer.
Sand and sealer.
Yeah, probably need to get a little more up there. A little more right here.
It was pretty smooth when you were done with it.
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was.
Now, am I to understand? Because sometimes I don't understand. But in the past, you've said if you turn it correctly, there's very little sanding.
Not correctly. It takes practice. I have come off the tool and went right to, and never sanded it. When I turn all the time, I'm really good in practice. I stand a lot better chance of coming off the tool. The last pin I turned, I was able to. Sandpaper never touched it. But most of the time, yeah, I gotta put some sandpaper to it. But every once in a while, I can come off the tool. You know, and it just takes practice.
Is it the types of wood too?
Well, it's a lot of things come into play, but the biggest thing is you're striving to do that. I mean, you're really getting your technique down with a good sharp tool.
Because you said this is one of the harder woods. I just wondered.
Well, no, not necessarily. I mean, it is, but that's not necessarily. You come off a hardwood, you stand a good chance. that don't into play as much as your technique. Good sharp tool. You know.
And what is this you're putting on there now?
Well, this is Maylands. Now this is the friction polish. It does pretty good.
Do you only use that on wood, or is it used on?
Some place I use. Getting it all over me.
Well, then you're doing good then.
Yeah, see how that resin's doing now? You can sit down in that resin.
It's very pretty.
Well, it looks like we finally got our Dogwood pencil cup holder. Pencil cup, yeah. Well, anyway, Yeah, that's gonna work nice. It's got enough character to really make a conversation piece. Yeah. Well, hope you enjoyed it. We got a nativity scene we're gonna work on next, so maybe we'll get that out next week, and y'all like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Meanwhile, be safe.